That's it. Trayvon Diggs just sealed the deal. You know, part of me really wants to go in on this team because they made me sit through, what, 3 fucking quarters of bullshit, of mediocrity. But they finally turned up the Jets and just like, they finished this team. Looking at the Giants they're 2-0, but it's not very convincing. I mean, their 2-0 is different from a lot of other teams' 2-0. No one was sold on the Giants, and it showed today. They still have way too many holes on their team, especially that offensive line. When DeMarcus Lawrence gets 3 sacks on you, you know your offensive line is shit. Shout out to the Cowboys. They have the most sacks in the NFL. D-Law had himself a game. He got hurt, but he came back. 3 sacks. The defense looked phenomenal today. It looked great. Daniel Jones was pressured, he was rushed 22 times. That's the most in his career. That's a career high. The defensive line was putting in some serious fucking work. The pass rush was phenomenal. It was phenomenal. The defense was phenomenal. It was great. Very, very, very fucking good. The offense, Kellen Moore surprisingly called a great game today. I gotta give him props. He was incredibly balanced with the play calling. Incredibly balanced. And have you guys noticed he's been more balanced since Cooper Rush has been inserted into the starting lineup? It's like he's forced to be balanced. He's forced to stay even keel because he's working with Cooper Rush. He's not trying to do all this out of this world play calling like he does with Dak. He's trying to keep it simple, keep the game in front of him. He called a great game today. Kellen Moore, surprisingly, called a great game. Tony Pollard he looked great. Tony Pollard was running tough in between the tackles. He's not just an outside, I'm just going to get to the edge type of guy. He was running between the tackles. Zeke looked okay, but Tony Pollard looked better. Tony Pollard, he's stealing carries away from Zeke. Even towards the end of the game when Zeke is supposed to finish the opposing team off, Tony Pollard is starting to take those carries. Hey, I don't care. Just run the fucking ball. Just get us a first down. I don't care who runs that shit. Cooper Rush. Brothers, when Cooper Rush, when he throws the ball, I don't feel anxious. There's no overwhelming sense of anxiety that comes over me when he throws the ball, like it is with Dak. When Dak throws the ball, I'm like, oh, man, I don't know, man. Is it going to be straight this time? Is it going to be on target this time? Is it going to be behind the guy? Is it going to hit the guy on the ground? Like, is it going to completely overthrow the guy? Is he going to throw a pick? Like, that overwhelming sense of anxiety comes over me every time Dak goes back to pass. That doesn't happen to me when Cooper Rush goes back to pass. It just never happens. I feel so comfortable with him throwing the ball. Cooper Rush is 3-0 in his first 3 starts. He looks, just from the eye test, I can't give you the stats right now because I don't have it in front of me. But with the eye test, he looks way more efficient with the ball. He's more accurate. He knows where he's going to go with the ball. I don't know. I don't know. It's just, I feel way more comfortable with him at the helm than Dak. And I'm not trying to shit on Dak. I've done enough of that in the past. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing right now. He's 3-0 in his first 3 starts, 2-0 this season, and I feel comfortable with him. I think Dak should stay out as long as humanly possible. Rest that thumb up, son, and let Cooper Rush continue on doing what he's doing. CeeDee Lamb. You know, I was talking to my wife the other day. We went out to dinner. And we had this waitress, and she was just, it was just not her night. She was messing up orders. She was taking a while to get back to us, you know, and my wife was like, she ruined our fucking experience. Now, my wife isn't rude. My wife is nice. But she was telling me my experience was ruined. I don't know if I want to come back to this one. I want to go to the Irving restaurant instead because we went out to Fort Worth. And I was telling her, listen, when someone fucks up, if something fucks up, you have to give them a chance. You have to give them an immediate chance to make it right. You have to do it. It's better for their psyche because they get another chance, and it's better for you. That's what happened with CeeDee Lamb tonight. When he dropped that pass, brothers, when he dropped that pass, I just wanted to I was so pissed. And then when he smiled and did like this, like it's on me, I'm like, bro, what the fuck are you smiling for? What are you smiling for? I couldn't stand that smile. You fucked up. Put your head down and you better do something on the next drive. That's how I was feeling. He made up for that shit on 4th and 3 in the middle of the goddamn field. And we needed to get a first down to keep the drive alive. He caught that ball, hung in there, took a tough hit, kept the drive going. That was his drive. That was his fucking drive. He sealed that fucking drive with an amazing one-hand grab. And I love footwork, brothers. I love footwork. That tapping, that tip-tapping. He caught it with one hand, tiptoed in there, secured the package, boom, touchdown. Sealed. That was his drive. That was the turning point of the game right there. Him hanging in there, catching that 4th down pass. He got hit hard too, and he held on to that. Not many receivers are willing to take a hit like that. Not many receivers can hold on to the ball while taking a hit like that. He did both. He made up for that fucking drop. Soon as he did that, I told my wife, I'm even with him. He squared it. He fixed his wrongdoings with that shit right there. That's what I want from my number one wide receiver. That's what I want. This is why we chose you over Amari Cooper. That's the shit that we like. That right there is the shit that we like. I like that shit. Thank you. Cooper Rush doesn't have Michael Gallup out there. He didn't have Dalton Schultz out there. And he still went out there and played a great game. Cooper Rush is not complaining about not having weapons. People are not making excuses for him. When he gets his ass out there, they expect results, and that's what Cooper Rush has given us. We're not paying Cooper Rush $40 million. We're not paying him all this money, and on top of that, we need to give him everything else to make him more efficient on the football field. He was out. He didn't have Michael Gallup. He didn't have Dalton Schultz, and he don't have $40 million. All he has is a hope and a dream, and get his ass out there. That's all he got, and he's 3-0. That's what I need from my quarterback one. That's what I need. I don't need an overpaid diva complaining about not having nothing out there, shifting blame on everybody else. I don't need that shit. We don't need that shit. We just need a quarterback to get his ass out there and play. No excuses. And that's what Cooper Rush is giving us right now. He's giving us fucking hope, man. Why do I feel more comfortable with Cooper Rush at the helm than Dak Prescott, our $40 million man? Why? Why do I feel more comfortable with Tony Pollard closing out games now than Ezekiel Elliott, the $90 million man? Why do I feel more comfortable with these players, with these backups essentially, than the people who are getting paid the big dollars? Why do I feel that way? Why do I feel that way? I should not feel that fucking way. But it is what it is. We're 2-1. We beat our fucking rivals out there, the Giants. We beat the defending AFC champs last week. I like what we're doing. I like where we're heading. Even Kellen Moore, just Kellen Moore, keep it up, please. Keep it up. Don't get too cute out there. Keep it balanced. What you're doing right now is fucking phenomenal. Just keep it up, please. Next week, I don't want to have to eat my words with a terrible game calling from you. Please, keep doing what you're doing. It ain't broke. Don't try to fix it. Brothers, I'm excited. I don't know if I'll be able to go to sleep, but I'm going to try to. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.